everyone, Suzi here, and today we play A Watcher of Realms. And for today's video, I'm gonna do a showcase of my Northern faction trial. Yeah, stage 12. I finally did it. So I definitely could have done this a long time ago. I've had the heroes, but it was just a matter of re-gearing and practicing the timings like everything else. And as you guys know, and I keep admitting, I've been a slacker. I just haven't tried to progress a lot of things. And today I went from stage 9 to stage 12. I did 10 3-star. 11 I messed up and should not have accepted the 1-star of. I definitely should not have done that. And then 12, I accepted a 1-star because I wasn't sure if I would 3-star it today. Then I'm like, you know what? Let me just 3-star it. And I did. So I unfortunately used my fight for today on the 3-star for 12, so I can't 3-star this one, but I'm not anywhere near done with the faction trial stuff. Anyway, I still have to re-gear everybody and keep pushing through each one in general. But I wanted to put this video out today because it's happening right now. So my summoning video from what I did yesterday, that's like a to be continued from the last video where I talk about the ancient packs. Yeah, I am gonna have to wait to post that tomorrow. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna play the run and talk over the strategy. Then we're gonna come back to the end of it and I'm gonna show you the gear. All right, and I am using King Har's, Valk, and Shamir as like commonly used for this. No shame, it works. It's great. I didn't bring in Glacius or the new people, but Valko's at the bottom in the first spot, so she can hit across and hit all 3 portal spots, you know, like the areas where the hero comes out of the portal. And then immediately you see I am popping Valk's ultimate. You need to make sure your Valk has good enough gear to be able to kill this guy here before he even gets moving, or you're screwed. So if that's already not happening, go make your Valk hit harder. That's number 1 if you're using Valk in the strategy down here. Ardea might work, but again, she's definitely going to need to be able to kill the hero at the bottom. Mari goes up top to hit the top as they start coming and slow them down. And then I do her the second you can up there, so that way she can use her ult to freeze them. So we're going to pop that freeze, and then the other guy is going to come out and get frozen too. And if you're doing the stage before this and you need to make sure Mari doesn't die, you just spawn her for stage 11. Nocturne came up behind, you saw. As soon as he could, Brokir came to stop them, and Vortex is coming to heal them. But as soon as I could use Nocturne's ultimate, I went for it. And you need to make sure you can keep the tank alive once that starts to go down. But you can see Brokir does okay. He almost dies, but nope. Vortex is doing a good enough job. And at the bottom, as soon as Valk's ult was ready again, we went ahead and used it to take out the guys that spawned at the bottom. Shamir is going to face downward so he can control that portal of heroes coming out, or enemies coming out, sorry. And then Maul is going to face downward as well because Shamir is built for attack speed, but he has okay damage, but I definitely did not focus getting him like perfect crit rate and crit damage and all that fancy stuff. I just worried about his attack speed because that drowning pool actually does pretty good. All things considered, Shamir is already killing that guy pretty well. And I'm going to just throw in Mari here just for extra slow and speed, like delaying this. As you can see, it definitely helped. And Shamir and Mari kill this guy before he even gets to move from his initial spot. All right, so next up, more are going to start coming out of there, and the same thing is going to be focused. You're going to see Shamir in that amazing drowning water. I call it drowning pool, like the band. Drowning water. Maul is ready once anyone starts coming around the corner, but there's no reason. Obviously, he's just chilling there for a second. I keep Maul up top now for this one because he, you know, takes some damage, so you gotta be careful. I'd rather him not die and just be the backup damage dealer and let Mari and Shamir handle them down below. But you can see there are enough damage. Like, you don't think of Shamir as the damage dealer, really, because he doesn't do amazing damage, but when you combine with him stalling the enemy so well, it actually does pretty good. So Mari was gonna die, so I just took her out and I put in some support because these dudes are gonna start hitting all of these heroes, right? So if I place Gwendolyn, look at, they're attacking Gwendolyn and she's built with HP, so she is surviving just fine. Totally fine to survive and take the hits from those guys. She kind of tanked that, right? And now at the bottom, there again, Valk using her ultimate. Using her ultimate. Okay, then at the top, we can see some enemies are coming. Nocturne's ultimate was ready, so I'm going to go right ahead and use it to start taking out the very first enemy. And then we'll take out the second enemy, and then more will start to come, I think. Yep, more start coming, but it's okay. We've taken that guy out, and we're going onward. Did I forget to show... Oh, I might have forgot to show Nocturne's gear. Oh, gosh. I have to go... Or did I? I don't even know. I already recorded the gear before I did this voiceover, but I'll show the gear after this. If I forgot, I'll go re-record. All right. Yeah. Pretty fun, though. Mari comes in again as another source to slow and delay the enemies, so Nocturne could just start hitting and doing damage. But only with the ultimate does Nocturne hit the top, right? So keep that in mind. But then the second they get in front of Mari at that spot, boom, they're going to take a lot of damage. Now, you can always just spawn Mari if you need to get some cost back, but you don't really need to, so I'm just going to leave. I think I end up leaving her there just to get every little extra hit and delay I can. Because it doesn't matter if she dies for stage 12, because you can have people die. You just need to beat it and not have anybody go through the cores, right? And you also need to have 3 mages deployed. Don't forget the 3 mages deployed. So again, Glacius can be instead of like Shamir, or probably instead of Mari even, but Mari is so easy to use, why not? I don't know if he would be instead of Nocturne though. That might be risky because you really need some big damage for taking those guys out. But yeah, down here, people are starting around the corner. And as you can see, I've had my tanks just sitting here waiting. I did not place them even though I could, because I wanted them to be ready for when I actually needed them, which is now. You see, we're getting a little bit of a gathering of enemies. This is all that's left for the enemies though. So I was able to, I took out Valk in case I need her. And we went ahead and just started placing my tanks to stall the enemies. Maul, I'm going to use his ultimates every moment I can. First tank in, died, it's okay. Next tank in, Oleg at the end here. Drowning water from Shamir's, good enough. And boom, job done, easy clap. So that was my team. It's not perfect. I'm sure there's some things I could have optimized, but that's what worked for me. Do you need King Hearts? No, I don't think so, honestly. Especially if you can do some good builds on your heroes, which I would expect people... It has to be hard. It's the highest stage. So if you're having trouble, don't be too frustrated. It is a pretty hard one to do. But all right, let's go and take a look here at the gear. All right, so Valk was obviously an MVP of this, and I do have her at Awaken 5, which is very good, right? Very good. Let me put myself more in the middle so I'm not blocking stuff. So yeah, this is kind of the amazingness that is Valk with Awakenings. I don't have insane gear on her, but it's pretty solid. Okay attack speed, 100% crit rate, decent extra crit damage, and lots of attack. So that is her skills, or her gear. And then she has Eye of Sin for her artifact. This could be different, but she does AoE with everything, so it kind of makes sense. It's a pretty solid one for her. All right, and then the other, let's see, actually, what am I doing? Why don't we just do the sort by Northerners, right? So next up, I used Nocturne as a main DPS. He's another unit that I had Awaken 5 of, so why not? First, I did push the earlier stages with Ardea, but I couldn't really take advantage of the fact that Nocturne can hit up, you know, like with the skill here. See, he can hit really wide with his ultimate. So where I placed him, you could see he was able to hit up in the top right when they were coming out of the portal. But Ardea had to wait until they come around to start attacking. So this is just better to allow for me to start taking the enemies out before they even started moving. And that was why Nocturne was actually better. So I just threw my gear that was on Ardea, which actually was just a Ageless Wrath set, on him. Not even 100% crit rate. Oops, it's fine. Lots of attack speed, though. Really good attack. Okay, crit damage. And then for, again, he's Awaken 5, which he's just one of those heroes I keep getting copies of. So pretty good main awakenings there. And then his artifact, I have a Tear of Twilight. So next up, Shamir. I don't even have an Awaken 5 Shamir, ironically. That is the one I should have an Awaken 5 of, which is pretty funny, but I don't. But we went a little crazy. So again, Awaken 1 is really the most important to get this target with at least 3 stacks of Drowning Water will be afflicted with Immobilize. So allowing a little bit sooner here, you know, use of the immobilization is really helpful. But Awaken 3 is pretty good too. Max Drowning Water stacks is 4. And yeah, that was kind of the key anyway. But I don't have him fully skilled. None of these people are like fully skilled, right? Like, well, Valk is because I use her everywhere. But Nocturne, not fully skilled. Shamir, not fully skilled, which I actually really need. Like, this would help so much for it to pump a little extra damage out of him. But it's fine. He did pretty good. But his gear is random. So let me actually push myself over here. So he's in whatever gets him crazy attack speed. So I have 704 attack speed on him. And it wasn't hard to get. I just put whatever set I could here in this high attack speed set, right? My best roll of attack speed piece in the attack speed set, that one here. And then here I just took the high attack speed rolls and didn't care what other stats were. Or what the set was. Attack speed main piece, I just threw something on him with a little bit of survivability in case he started taking some damage. And then this is just, again, high attack speed, none of these are even yellow. Which is definitely possible, like this one, to have some pieces with some yellow attack speed rolls. None of them have it. I didn't even take the best pieces. So, I was able to get 700 attack speed on him surprisingly easy. Alright, so, and that's where he's really helpful. But I also could have just thrown a ton of damage at him, but I'd rather have the Drowning Water stuff happen more often. Alright, we're not going to go over other kits and all that, though. That's another day. Or watch my Shamir video. Brokir was one of the tanks I mostly used. I have an Awaken 1 Brokir, which isn't crazy. He's just in some pretty basic defense and HP gear. No good rolls on my Guardian gear. My Guardian gear is shit. He is fully skilled, though. I did actually skill him because he's like the tank I use the most. He just has the Awaken 1, which inflicts extra freeze. Yeah, I wish I had more. But yeah, again, oh, here we go. Artifact is his own, only level 10, though. I probably could have switched him in something else, but it worked okay. King Hars I was able to use. He is in a level 25 Bastion ring, although it didn't really matter in his case. It was okay. I didn't need that. And he has like no skills on him either. He's only got the base level of just using dust. No awakenings, and then he is in tempered will gear. So defense, and HP, because that's what I got. I would prefer more HP, but I just don't have the pieces, but I took the tempered will because it really does give a ton of extra defense and helps him stay alive. And then, yeah, that was it. Oops, Velk has got to get sold. Poor extra Velk. Glacius, if you guys don't have some of the other people I'm using, you actually absolutely, Glacius is amazing for this. But Maul was huge. Maul is super important for this. Awaken 5 Maul, of course. He's just in a fracture set because he's always far away and not usually taking damage. Although in this, he did take some damage. I should have changed his gear, but I didn't. It's fine. Actually, this is a set I think that was on my Valk at one point. Interesting. But yeah, he's fully skilled, fully awakened, and he is using a Sharpshooter Crest artifact. Not fully leveled. Of course, we had to use Vortex as a healer. Oh, also, sorry, Gwendolyn was in there without an artifact. And she was in a Invigoration set, but I didn't even worry about buffs. I just used her when I needed her. So yeah, she's just there to be healer, shields, HP focused set. And I literally forgot to put an artifact on her. And she is max skilled because I was planning to use her in some niche places, but I kind of wish I didn't use skills on her now. But she's great. I really like her. Okay, so Vortex, max skills, of course. Back down here to the epics. fully awakened, and using Euphoric Orb. And he's also an Invigoration set. But again, I didn't worry about placing him to make sure the right person had the buff. I just placed him when I needed to, and it was good. We had Oleg here as well. So I did choose to use Gwendolyn instead of Medan as like the extra support. You could use Medan instead for keeping the couple healers, or keeping heals on the people that are up in that top corner, the top left corner. Medan would be fine. But yeah, Oleg here is just in some HP gear. Used him, I think I used Oleg. I might not have ever placed him. I don't remember now. Okay, because I'm recording this before I talk over the run. It's fine. And yeah, fully awakened, and he is in a Bastion ring. Oh, he wasn't even in a maxed out Bastion ring. But again, I don't even know if I used him. But the last key who is huge for this is Mari. I love her ability to slow and freeze everybody. This artifact is perfect for Mari. Attacking slowed targets increases attack speed by 30 and rage regen by 25. This is really good for her. I think I want to max out a Tomb of Horror for her, just because of anytime I need her for that slow roll, she's just so good for it. I mean, I feel like it's worth leveling out an artifact just for her. And yeah, I did end up putting her in the Guardian gear because she just kept dying. So she kind of had my leftover Guardian with HP and defense mixed up with whatever little bit of attack speed I can get on her. I didn't end up getting crazy attack speed on her, so I kind of regret not stealing gear from other people. I really should have gotten, like, 500 attack speed on her, but it was okay. It helped. You guys saw that it worked. All right, so yeah, that's my people. Mari Jiggle Jiggle, and yeah, Valk are probably, actually, to be fair, Shamir's got probably the MVP still. I absolutely love him for this. Being able to take over that one area and just prevent them from, well, not constantly, but it got a little crazy at the end. But yeah, he was able to help take care of them a lot before they even started moving. And then once they did start moving, Maul was able to come in and start doing some damage. So that was my team, guys. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video, which should be my 1+1 summons that I impulsively decided to do like I always do.